Come out to hear the best music shows in this region this weekend at Mars Landing Arts Center in Mars Hill. This Friday, a young chamber music quartet called Room 1078 brings its innovative take on contemporary repertoire, improvisation, and folk music. Then on Saturday, bassist Hilliard Green shares the stage with piano virtuoso Lenore Raphael for an evening of their original jazz compositions along with unique takes on jazz standards. Green sold out the house just last month for a program of spirituals, so you won't want to miss what he has in store this time. It's Contemporary Classical Music Friday with Room 1078 and Inventive Jazz with bassist Hilliard Green and pianist Lenore Raphael on Saturday. Find all the information and get tickets at marslandingartscenter.com. Wake up, Asheville. I'm Matt Peiken. Thanks so much for wrapping up your week with me. Here's your local newscast for Friday, March 27th. Asheville leaders are weighing another $6.9 million in potential budget cuts as they work to close a remaining $14.2 million shortfall. The gap was once $30 million, but higher property tax projections and other changes have reduced it. Proposed cuts include pausing funding for the Housing Trust Fund, grants for the arts and public art, trimming community center hours in the off-season, ending some holiday event support, and eliminating vacant positions. Even with those reductions, the city would still be in the red about $7 million. Council member Sage Turner called the cuts, quote, somewhat of a slaughtering of community services. You can read more at Blue Ridge Public Radio. Asheville City Council has approved a new $55 million four-year contract to operate the city's bus system, keeping RATP Dev USA in place as the provider. The vote was 4-3. Some council members and riders have criticized late buses, cleanliness, and service gaps. Council member Kim Roney said public reaction included, quote, a gasp of disappointment, though she's hopeful about added staffing and oversight. The new deal includes stricter on-time standards and financial penalties if they're not met. The current contract expires in June, with the new contract beginning July 1st. Read more in the Citizen Times. State Representative Brian Turner, a Buncombe County Democrat, says he received a vulgar response after criticizing President Trump's war in Iran. Turner, who represents North Carolina's 116th district, says the message he got came 1 minute after he sent a campaign email condemning the war. The response read, "Grow a pair, pussy." The email was sent from an address associated with Robert Winston, a hotel executive and former chair of the UNC Chapel Hill Board of Trustees. Turner posted the exchange online, where it's drawn more than 50,000 views, and he called on several institutions to reconsider their ties to Winston. You can read more in the Raleigh News and Observer. Parts of Woodfin and North Asheville experienced their second water main break in less than a week. Residents along Weaverville Highway had low to no water pressure yesterday, according to the Woodfin Water District, which as of yesterday afternoon couldn't give a timeline for repair. The outage affected customers from Blackstone Avenue to the I-26 intersection, including Mills Place and Audubon Drive. Earlier this week, a break near Merriman Avenue caused widespread outages and required extensive repairs, complicated by nearby utilities and limited system valves. You can read more at 828 News Now. And organizers across Western North Carolina are preparing for a third round of No Kings protests tomorrow, part of a nationwide day of action planned in more than 3,000 communities. Events are scheduled in Asheville, Hendersonville, Brevard, Black Mountain, and Waynesville, among other Western North Carolina towns. Hendersonville organizer Sue Hall says she's expecting more than 4,000 people, citing concerns about the rule of law, immigration crackdowns, and the war in Iran. Columbus organizer Mary Ewing says cost of living and the Jeffrey Epstein case are also motivating protesters. Previous events have drawn thousands of people locally. You can read more in the Citizen Times. As you can tell every time you listen to Wake Up, I draw all the content from the credible sources of journalism right in this city. But if I've messed up with anything like how to pronounce something, or you think there's just something more I need to know about a certain story, you can always drop me a line at editor@wakeupthenews.org. I'd love to hear from you. Thanks so much for tuning in, and I'll see you on the next episode of Wake Up.